Good morning and very welcome you all in today's very special webinar of Project Inclusion. Sri Aurobindo Society organizing this webinar in collaboration with BHOI Meghalaya district. It is very nice to we have as a chief guest Mr. Sri V. Nyanglang sir, Joint Director of School Education and Literacy District Mission Coordinator SSA BHOI Meghalaya. And we have also Shri P.P. Yadav sir, SEO BMC BRC Raibhoi Om Singh Meghalaya. As a special guest, we have Srimati Fatlis Badwar ma'am, District Inclusive Education Coordinator Raibhoi Meghalaya, and from the Sri Aurobindo Society, we have Dr. Simi Mahajan ma'am, who is the head of Project Inclusive Program Rupantar Program Sri Aurobindo Society in New Delhi. We most welcoming our all guests, all dignitaries in the session. In today's webinar, we are going to discuss about inclusive education. With the help of this session, teacher will be able to know how to identify the NDT student, how to cater them in a proper way, and how to take an initiative to create an inclusive education environment within our school. As the myth, we often look about that many of NDD and CWN student cater as a different child, a different student. But in a truth way, if I say about that, every a single child is a special child. Everyone has a courage to do many more things. So with the help of this program, every a single teacher will be able to cater every student studying in the classroom. Now, we request our guests to share their thoughts, and we would like to invite Srimati Fedis Badwar ma'am, District Inclusive Education Coordinator, Raibhoi Meghalaya. Ma'am, if you are available here, please on your mic and share your kind thought. So we can start the session.
Sir, the chief guest for today is P.P. Yadav, sir.
Okay, yes, we have PP Yadav sir. So let's invite Shri PP Yadav sir, SEO BMC BRC Raibhoi Meghalaya. Sir, very welcome you in the session, and we request you to kindly switch on your mic, switch on your camera, and share your kind thoughts regarding inclusive education. Shri PP Yadav sir, welcome sir.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome sir.
Very, very good morning to each and everyone present in this orientation, sir. Good morning, respected chairperson of the Inclusive Orientation Program, respected Madam Medalist Burdwar, District Coordinator, respected Sarnath sir, respected Dr. Simi Mahajan, respected Sir Nitul Sinha, and all the members of the Aurobindo Society, New Delhi, including all the officers from Education Department and teachers from the Education Department of BHOI District. I, on behalf of Education Department of BHOI District, Meghalaya, would like to extend my heartiest welcome to this such and wonderful orientation program. First of all, I would like to extend my heartiest thanks for the program which have done yesterday by Sir Sarnas. That is really wonderful and benefited for all the CRPS, BRPS and officers of BHOI District 2. Madam Fidalis Bardwar, District Coordinator, including her team, done well in the last few years and till date for the district. But in spite of this all initiative, we could not reach up to the level marks. I hope this orientation program will help us to achieve the level mark, as the member of Aurobindo Society has taken a good and wonderful initiative in respect of the CWSN student. I wish this program will be a grand success one, and all the assistant teachers, including officers, will be benefited a lot. With these few words, I would like to conclude my speech. Thank you. Thank you all.
you. Thank you, sir, for your kind thoughts regarding inclusive education and your well wishes to success of the program. So now we would like to request Shrimati Fedlis Badwar ma'am to say other kind thought, and we could start the session right now.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Good
Welcome, ma'am.
morning, sir, and each one of you. So, Pius, on behalf
Hi.
of the Education Department
Good
and
morning,
Inclusive
ma'am.
Education, the BHOI District, I am very grateful to all the member of Project Inclusion from Sri Aurobindo Society for coming forward to organize such an orientation program for the district authorities, head of school, and other professionals working in the field of education, especially the teachers, who are the one playing the main role of transforming the present classroom into a real inclusion, in a real sense, to fulfill the dream of education for all and zero rejection policy by including all children with diverse needs and abilities considering their different learning style and be able to reach out to all the learner. In the BHOI district, sir, you have been identified 859 CWSN, out of which 561 CWSN are enrolled in school as per UDI from class 1 to class 8, and 159 enrolled in the kindergarten, and 139 CWSN covered under home-based education. In the inclusive education has been preached and advocated by professionals who are in the field for quite a number of years. No doubt, many improvements have been witnessed. Example, like level of awareness had gone up. Many CWSN has been enrolled in almost all the schools of the district, but the outcome of the learners, CWSN, still difficult to measure or witness. The reason perhaps we are not serious enough or equipped to handle the diverse classroom, or not able to understand the individual need and capabilities. We have to understand the fact that inclusion is not just enrollment or being disabled in any form, or not just avail the benefit in cash or kind. Example, like eating appliances, transport and escort allowance, scholarship. But the need of the hour is to understand their right to get access to education and to be the equal partner for all-round development. So the main aim of the orientation program is for understanding the identified children with neurodevelopmental disorder, the hidden disabilities, that is children with attention deficit and hyperactivity disorder, ADHD, autism, and an intellectual disability and learning disability, that is dyslexia, dysgraphia, and dyscalculia, which majority of learning disability are dyslexia. Most of these children are going to school. However, they are not benefiting much. The reason could be many, but one main reason could be due to lack of proper training. Until date, no special educator are available in school setup. The special educator that are available presently from the Education Department, SSA and RMSA, are operating in itinerant mode and very few in numbers. So I would like to thank Sri Aurobindo Society for intervening at the right time before the implementation of the National Education Policy 2020. Through this program, we hope that the concept of inclusion will be clear to many, and those who are having direct contact with the children with neurodevelopmental disorder would be able to understand, identify, and learn the effective way in providing education to such children. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your kind words. So, as I said, the myth is the an NDT student is different child. So let's get together. Let's stand to take initiative to break this myth. And we are very happy to tell you about that. We have Miss Aarti Shantaji, who is a senior special educator and psychologist, having more than 10 years experience in the field. We would like to request ma'am to kindly take over the session and discuss more about project inclusion. Welcome, ma'am. Over to you.
Thank you, Vijayji. Uh, I would like to thank all the chief guests and special guests of ours to have us here today in Ribhoi, Meghalaya. We are happy to have this session and conduct this session and spread awareness about project inclusion and how project inclusion could be beneficial for the teachers and lower down their burden. Before commencing this session, I would request everyone to mute yourself so that we can conduct this session without any hurdle and hustle. And in case you have any doubt, I request you to raise your hand. At the end of the session, we will be taking your doubts, and our aim is to clear your doubt. So that is very important for us. So I believe that if you have doubt, that means we are going in in a right direction. So please mute yourself. That's the A part. Second part, if you have any doubt, raise your hand, or you could put your question in the chat box so that after the session we can talk about that. So let's begin the session. And while we are, talking about project inclusion, so I want to tell you that today we will be discussing how inclusive education is important for us in our school. What are the benefits of inclusive education? Who all are the beneficiaries will be affected by it? And thirdly, how project inclusion could support teachers in the daily classroom to lower down their burden. When we talk about inclusive education, we should not miss the chance to understand the neurodiverse population we have. When we talk about neurodiverse population, it doesn't mean only neurodevelopmental disorder. It could be more than that. There are students having learning difficulties due to a lot of the reasons, like natural calamities, some incidents that happen in their life. So there are one or more than the one thing that could be affecting their learning in the classroom. So project inclusion is working in the direction so that we can take care each and every barrier which is affecting child to learn better in the class. So before beginning, let's talk about the statistics. We really need to see what is actually the ground reality. So as per the UNESCO and Tata Institute of Social Sciences, we have the data which says India is a home of 80 lakh students who are children with special needs, and out of them, 45% of them are not able to attain regular education in the school. It's a huge number, 80 lakh students, and 45% of them are failing to attain the education. And then the last census result, which was 2011, as per the census, I request to please mute yourself. Thank you. Uh, as per the census 2011, we have some 2,500 special schools in our country, and we talk about RCA registered special educator. That's one lakh 20,000 plus number, and children with special need. We just share the number, which is 80 lakh. So 2,500 school, 1,20,000 plus teachers, special educators, and 80 lakh student. So the gap is huge. How come 80 lakh students will be accommodated or admitted in
Excuse,
2,500 schools?
excuse me, ma'am. It's
Yeah,
too fast. It's too fast. The way you are discussing is too fast. Then can you go a little?
sure, sure, ma'am, sure. The
Okay,
idea
thank
is to
you.
reach out to you and not just complete the session. Definitely.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for your input. So yeah, so when we talk about that, we have 80 lakh students in our country, and how come we'll be able to accommodate these many students in special school, which are just 2,500 schools? So the gap is huge. And then we have children, we have special educator teacher, RCA registered special educator. The number is 1,20,000 plus. How come these many teachers would be able to compensate or educate 80,000 students? So what I'm trying to say is the gap is huge. We really need to come up with such solution so that we can accommodate these 80,000 students. So our target is huge, but this is not something which is not achievable. Definitely it is. We just need to come out of different strategies. So today we are also going to talk about what are the policy or what are the strategies that could help us to actually accommodate these many students as well. Yeah. So if we talk about, there's a RPWD Act. I hope that you all are familiar with this. So RPWD Act came in 2016, which talks about inclusive education. I'll be giving you a brief definition of it: a system of education wherein student with and without disabilities learn together, and the system of teaching and learning is suitably adapted to meet the learning need of different type of students with disability. So if we talk about learner present in our class, they have different needs. Not every child is similar to one another. We have different multiple students learn from different learning style. They have different outlook to see the world. So inclusive education talk about that we should take care of each and every need in the classroom, so that maybe with special interventions or maybe some adaptation and accommodation, we can provide help to those who have different learning style maybe. So that's all RPWD Act says, that each child should learn under one roof, either child with or without disability. Some adaptation and modification can help us teach this child in the regular class. So this is one. This is RPWD. And then another probable solution is NEP policy, national education policy. If we talk about national education policy, talks about few very good points. So first is that it talks about the awareness of the teacher. uh, is my voice clear? um, yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes.
Okay. So when yeah, NEP talks about awareness of the teacher, it talks about that every teacher should understand the need of every child. Once I am familiar with the need of the child, definitely I can make changes in the curriculum, or maybe change in my lesson plan. So I really need to be very sure and clear about how I can teach this child. Second is, what is the right way of assessment? When we take the test, our idea is not to fail our child. Our idea is to involve them in the test process, understand their participation level, and see how much child knows. So rather taking the subjective test, we have other options as well. These days there's our MCQ, true false, match the following, and many more. There are a lot of times that some kids know the concept very well, but to collect their thought and put it on the paper is a task for them. That is sometimes very difficult for them. They can say it to you orally, verbally, they are very good, but to put it on the paper is such a task. And due to rigid system of education, they students struggle a lot. So NEP says that if the child knows the concept better, you can provide such assessment which could accommodate the need of the child and help them to participate in the test. Third is flexibility of the curriculum. We know that each child have different capacities, they have limitations, they have their strengths. To understand that and to provide a curriculum which could help them functionally as well, so that they could use the curriculum in their personal lives as well. And it should not be burden on the teacher and the student that they have to complete everything in a limited time frame. So the curriculum should be very flexible, so that we could help them and actually give them what they really able to learn, or maybe under their capacity they could do, right? And the fourth point is usage of assistive devices. Today we are in this session, we use the technology, and through technology we are lowering down the cost of this training. Yeah. So we are making our life easier using technology. Why not student can do that through text reader pens or maybe calculator? And there are different modes of technology which could help them and accommodate them in the regular classroom. So NEP says these many points can definitely bring a lot of help to these students, and so that we can reduce the dropout rate. The whole idea is because students are now coming in the class, but problem is if we're not providing the accommodation or adaptation in the classroom, they were not able to survive the stress or the burden of the regular classroom. So it is our duty to provide such classroom such conducive environment so that they can stay in the classroom and continue their education till 12th and so on. So these were the probable solutions, RPWD Act and NEP 2020. Now, really want to look at the rigid system of education. Through this picture, I'm trying to show you the different capacity of the learner. They could be their strengths, their limitations. Like here, fish has a limitation, cannot come in the regular environment, has to live in the water. Yeah, there are different learner. They learn differently. They understand the concept differently, and I believe every teacher in the country put their best effort to make things happen, to make child learn the concept and understand. So today in this picture, they are going to take the assessment. Teacher is going to take the assessment, and the assessment is they have to climb up the tree. So if we say a test which understand the capacity of every learner, there should be multiple representation or multiple ways of taking the assessment. But just one test can define the capacity of a child, or can actually tell you the what child knows and what not. So here, what we believe in, the system sometimes does not allow us to, spread our wings and help students to cater their needs. Here, we are limiting them with such a box that they might be not able to participate well, but that doesn't mean that child doesn't know anything. Child knows a lot of things. It's just that we really need to provide such system where they can show or participate well. So to bring the change, we talk about that the rigid system was banished, or maybe integrated education. When it came into play, it was a time that we could say it was a successful change, and it is a wonderful change that came in the education system. When we talk about integrated system, the schools were open for every child and every learner, with disability or without disability. Every child could enter the school system, but this change was limited. How come? Let's talk about it. So when the student came in the classroom, the school infra was not ready as per the need of every learner. That was the biggest challenge. Secondly, teachers were not well informed, well trained to cater the need of every child. They were given some modules, some chapters, that these are the students you need to take care, but that was not enough, due to which they could not understand what should be they will be doing with this child. But thankfully teacher participated well. They tried their level best to accommodate these children in the classroom. Nevertheless, some struggles were there, but again, these many experience working with them, helping them to understand the concept, there were few challenges that they faced, that they could not understand this child. After practicing a lot of time or couple of time, students were not able to understand the concept, or maybe they were not able to understand what his teacher is talking about. So they used to forget a lot of things, not able to understand the teacher. And when special educator came into play, it felt like the students were really comfortable with the special educator. So it made them believe maybe this system is not appropriate for this child, and they should choose the viable option, which is special schools. So somewhere down the line, it made teacher believe that child has some problem, and due to which this child should be sent to a special school, which was not true. It's just that there were limited scope of change. That's why inclusive education came into play. We understood that okay, and the policies have changed, that okay, the change was not appropriate, it was limited, with a lot more modification. Like we talk about NEP 2020, there were a lot of things, and project inclusion is working in the direction where we say that if you complete our course, if you do our course, you will be capable enough to understand the capacity, limitation and strength of the child, which will definitely help you to help you in teaching the child in a regular classroom. Also, it will help you to understand the each and every child's talent, and help you to make the shift or make the curriculum flexible as per the child's need. So these are the benefits teachers will get, or these are the learning outcome teachers will get after completing the project inclusion course, which is working in the direction of inclusive education. And we aim that, through project inclusion, children teacher would be able to understand the needs of every child and accept the child as a part of the class and not the other person coming in the class. So every child should be considered as a part of the class. This is our motto, that all the children, either with or without disability, should be considered as a part of the class. So moving forward, let's talk about what are the benefits that children with disability, children with special need would get in an inclusive setup. So there are a lot of skills, there are a couple of and lot of basic skills that is very difficult to teach the child by a teacher, because there are a lot of tasks in the plate of every teacher. So what we believe in, and the studies also shows that a, a child with special need understand and learn lot of concept through imitation. If the given environment, child could learn lot of these skills like social and real life skill from their peers, and definitely it will equip them to live in a community. Secondly, they'll get the opportunity to develop the friendship in the regular classroom. They'll have a happy and healthy life. Also fourth thing, that if we allow child, like in the inclusive setup, a child can go to the community or nearby school and get admitted to it. Earlier, like we said, that there were only 2500 school present in the country, and not every school would be nearby to a special kid. So they used to go or cross the huge path to just go to the special school. But nowadays it is very convenient for them. They can admitted or they can take admission in the nearby school and continue their education. So this is the biggest change or biggest benefit they are having now. And also there are many benefits for the children without disability. Now, our idea when we talk about the inclusive education is not just to take care of children with special need. Our idea is to take care of each and every beneficiary present in the class, right? So when we talk about children without disability, so we are creating a structure, we are developing a community where each and every child would understand the individual differences, develop tolerance, and understand human exceptionality. So such structure, such value can be developed in an inclusive setup only, where the children, a regular child, have more realistic and accurate view of children with disability. Because many a time we don't understand what they look like, what they can do, and because of that some might fear of them, some might bully them. So when we are in the same classroom, they can understand the individual need and accommodate. Also, when they see that the child with disability have so many challenges in their life, they learn from them. A regular child learn and develop a positive attitude, also get motivated that if this child can do, why not I? So that's develop their motivation. Also, many time we talk about that the regular children, a regular kid is not very responsible in their life, but we believe that if we provide such system where all the children are learning together, there are many teachers who came up and said that these children took such a good responsibility of this child, taking this child to the playground, or maybe helping them to complete the task. There are many tasks they took, and being very responsible in the classroom. So from the beginning of life, when we are putting some responsibility of their peer, child without disability can perform wonderfully. So we really need to understand that all the children can live together like a community in the classroom, and these are the benefit which could help them to bring this values at the community level when they leave the school. Now, when we talk about the change that we really need, we all intend to bring the change in the community. So, which says that family is the first level who could bring the change, and then at the school level, and from school, it can go to the community. So, change in the community floats like this. But if we talk about children with special need, many a time we have seen that parents are not very aware, known about the child's need, and that is the lack we are facing. So this change is not starting from the parent level, but this change is starting from the teachers level. We believe that teachers are taking lots of training interventions and lots of training about children with special need, and awareness sessions usually happen for the teachers. So what we believe in, that teacher could bring this change and bring this change to the community level, also in the classroom also. While teacher is teaching these children, the regular children will also get to know about the capacity and strength of children with special need. So we believe, and we are also targeting teachers that they could do this task, and we rely on them. Honestly, we are relying on them because at the ground level we cannot reach. We can reach out through you. That's why we are equipping them enough so that you can understand the need of every learner, sign and symptom, and identify their needs, and accordingly provide intervention. That's what we are educating you through our course, definitely. But for us, you are the person who can reach out to the ground. So I really want to acknowledge all the efforts of the teacher, because you train yourself, you educate you educate students, you also do a lot of administrative duties, you're attending lots of session. A lot of work is, this community is doing already. But again, we are also expect you to also understand about inclusive education and children needs, so that at the community level we can bring this change. Also want to talk about that when teachers are aware, what happens. Of course, miraculous result. So today I am sharing the some success stories of the students who are Indian. These success stories are not from the Western community, because a lot of the time we sees that changes are happening. A lot of children with special needs are coming and becoming the social face. But here I am showing you the face of Indian students who could, bring the change in their life with the help of teachers and parents. So first name is Aditi Verma. She is 25-year old. She has a Down syndrome, lives in Mumbai, and she's an entrepreneur. She's running her restaurant, and throughout the corona time and lockdown, her videos got viral, and now from pan India, students and parents are coming together, and the restaurant has grown very well, and accommodating a lot of students, lot of children with special need. So this has become their vocational setup too, and earning source. So this is something which is already happening in India. And the second name is Pranav Bakshi, who is 19-year old, and he's a first model with the autism. Then third is Ansh Batra, who is 14 years old. He has autism. He's an artist, and national and international level, he's presenting his paintings and drawings to the community. So these changes were only possible because teachers were aware. Teachers could understand the strength of these children, and these children, and tell it to the parents, and aware them enough about this child's need. So we are expecting such stories, such success story could also happen in any part of India, if teachers are well aware. So this is our motto, this is our project, that bringing the awareness to every community, to every district, and at the ground, so that such stories should come up more, in more numbers. So now we will be talking about the introduction of project inclusion. So we started this project in 2016 under Sri Aurobindo Society, and we started this pilot study. We started with the pilot study in Ghaziabad, and with that we covered 14 states and union territories. Under this program, as it was an on-ground program, and we oriented some 20,000 teachers in pan India, where they come up with lots of screening. Also, one thing I want to mention, as a teacher, lots of times this has happened when we used to talk about screening teachers, screening students. Teacher used to say us that maybe in different state, different district, there are a lot of NDD student, but we don't have. As we can see, there are few student, one or two student who has physical disability, and I guess that's enough. But I want to tell you, when we talk about NDD, NDD is a hidden disability. This disability cannot be seen. It can be felt through your communication, your language, your participation in the class, and your academic performance. So this can happen when we are connected with the students well. And then we definitely came up with the screening checklist where teachers filled it and understood what we were trying to say. And they gave us a name of some 18,000 students who were struggling in the classroom. Earlier, for as per them, there were no students of children, no student of NDD. But after the training, they could give us some 18,000 name. And when we send them for the psychometric assessment, out of 18,000, 6,600 was the number of cases of NDD. That was a huge number. As per zero cases, they were expecting there were 6,600 cases of NDD. That was a huge number because students and teachers both were struggling to understand the need of every child. And through our presence in 2016 to 2020, we could understand that every state, every district need this project, need such training awareness, so that they can be equipped with good knowledge, enough knowledge, so that accommodate the need of each and every child in the classroom present. And also under this
Excuse me,
program.
ma'am.
Yes,
May I know what is NDT actually? The
Acha.
full form of. Okay.
NDD is neurodevelopmental disorders.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
No problem. So when we talk about our training, so we are very much sure that we want to bring the change in the community, and not just do the program or do just the course. We are not talking about the number. We are talking about the real change happening at the ground level. So we what we do is, generally we do the pre and post training, which matlab pre and post assessment, where we could understand where were teachers earlier before the training and what was the change came up after the training. So what we could understand, pre-assessment, in the pre-assessment we could understand only 1% teachers were aware about children with special need, which was very very small number, looking at the 20,000 teachers. And after the training, the post assessment results were that there were 48% teacher who could who were very rightly understood the training, and they were more aware about children with special need. That was a huge number, which which also motivate us that if we provide such platform to the teachers, they could definitely bring the change. And if we talk about, there were 90% accurate case study, what they have expected that child would be on this disorder. And after the psychometric assessment, we could understand that, and we could tally the marks. And there were the rightly screened students. So what we could understand, that after this March 2020, when corona hit us in the pandemic, we could understand this the program is uh, needed by the teachers, and every teacher should be more aware about children with special need. But due to corona, we could not hold the trainings on the ground level. That's why we digitalized it. Now through app, teacher can do this course as per their convenience. The cost is zero. You can download the app through Play Store, and we will be sharing the link in the comment box. So now this app is free of cost. You can do as per your convenience. If you provide some 30 to 45 minutes in a day, in 10 to 15 days you will be able to complete this course. Also, we have seen that there are many teachers who loved it, and they complete the course in just 3 to 4 days, because we are providing this course in the form of very animated videos, which are very interesting to see and watch. So I'll help you out with the flow or the phases of this project now. So earlier it was just 4 days training, Now it comes as a digital platform. It has three phases. First phase is sensitization and training of the teacher, which we are doing it today. So we are going to tell you about this course in second slide. The second is screening. So why screening is important? First, we should talk about, there are many states which don't have a lot of benefits for children with special need. They don't have exempted syllabus. State board has no exempted syllabus or benefit. But while we screen, we could able to understand or track down how many students have difficulties right now present in the class. If we have this data, if we have this number, we could definitely give this data to the state, and eventually we could ask for the better policy and better program. So why screening is important? To bring the change, to advocate for the children with special need. It is the high time that we should collect the data. So now in this app, without a paperwork, you could fill the screening and you'll get the results. The third phase is remedial trainings. Also, we are bringing a course which is based on UDL, Universal Design for Learning, where teacher at the same time under one roof can help each and every child and develop a plan so that it could accommodate all the learner in the classroom. So it will definitely lower down the burden of the teacher to maybe accommodate one child at a time. It will help them to teach every learner, every child in the classroom in a one go. So this is on the developing phase. That's what we are doing for our teachers. So today we are just talking about for our first level, which is learning difficulties, understanding and management. This is the course name. And let me tell you in a little brief that this course has 17 modules. Each module has some 4 to 5 videos, which are some 2 to 3 minutes. So the content of the course is all about inclusive education, neurodevelopmental disorder, which includes specific learning disability, autism, intellectual disability. Also, we took care of slow learner, underachievers, and gifted underachievers, because there are many a times that these students are also present in the classroom, but nobody takes care of them, and we just call them backbenchers or sometime dumb student and not doing much about it. Also, we talk about the management of each and every disability and students who are slow learner, underachiever, gifted underachiever, because our idea is to take care of every learner in the classroom. Also, this course is in multi-language. The course right now available in English and Hindi, and also developing in Bengali, Tamil, Marathi, Gujarati, and Punjabi. Soon it will be there on the app. So if we talk about little flow of the course, first you download the app, register yourself, select the language, do the pre-assessment, and then begin the course. While you begin the course, you watch a video which is animated, and then the reading material of it. Reading material is optional because sometime teachers are different learner as well. So sometime through video they could understand more, and few teachers likes to read about it. So content of both the things are same, and then you can maybe read the reading material, or as per you can skip it also and complete the assessment. So this is a common flow which you can see throughout the program. So once you do this course, and we believe in acknowledging each and every teacher who do their best to learn and equip themselves. So after successful completion of each module, you'll get the e-certificate if you score more than 60%. This e-certificate can be downloaded, you can share it in your community. Second is final assessment. This happens after the completion of the course, and if you score till 25%, you will get e-certificate which you can download and share in the community. And the third phase is when teacher put a lot of their efforts and score beyond 75%, we specially recognize them and provide achievers e-certificate which you can download and share in the community. So that was for the teacher and acknowledging them. Now is could be possible, and we believe that this should happen, that after completing the course or after doing each and every module, you find that there are some doubt which are not being taken care well. So you can come to our doubt clearing session. The doubt clearing sessions are completely online. This session we are conducting twice in a week, Wednesday and Friday, which is some half an hour to 1 hour. It is conducted by a special educator and psychologist, so that you can share your query, your concern. It could be related to content, it could be related to your class student, it could be related to the technical part of the app. So whatever the concern, we are actually providing this platform so that we could also provide the personal touch. The idea is, app definitely could help you learn the concept, but in case if you have any doubt, if you have any query, you can resolve it here. So whole program is to empower teacher to different modes. So I am giving you the brief of this app. You, like I said, you can download this app, register yourself, choose the language, and begin the course. This is the sample of our reading material. Like I said, the script of reading material and the video is exactly the same. So in case you have watched the video and you're not interested in reading the material again, you can skip it. This is completely optional. And now I would request you to please stay here and see the video which I'm going to show you, because you'll get a complete understanding what we are talking about when I say animated videos.
Dyslexia, understanding the disorder A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y and Z. You must be wondering, why are we revisiting learning alphabets at this stage? For you, these are simple alphabets. Within these 26 letters, you may be able to identify the vowels and consonants. Now, what if we say that this isn't the case with everyone? Meet Zoya. She's 6 years old, and this is how the letters appear to her. All that she sees is some dancing and floating shapes. Zoya has a hard time connecting letters to the sounds they make and then blending those sounds into words. Since she cannot pronounce the words or recognize their sounds, she cannot understand the meanings. So, what's the case with Zoya? Zoya has a disorder called dyslexia. Dyslexia is a language-based learning disability. Students diagnosed with this condition face challenges in interpreting and processing language. The disorder affects an individual's ability to read, spell, write, and speak. While these students have a normal vision and are just as smart as their peers, they struggle with their academics, thus requiring the teacher to adapt to an individual's way of learning. In this series of videos, we will learn about some teaching strategies for students with dyslexia. Before we start with the sessions, it is important for us to know that a supportive teaching environment plays a vital role in making the classroom dyslexia friendly. A teacher's understanding of specific difficulties and how they may affect the student's classroom performance is a blueprint for the teacher to plan and proceed with the lectures. From the next session onwards, we will begin to learn the strategies that can be implemented to teach the students having this disorder. Stay tuned.
So this is something we talk about when we say animated videos. These are easy to understand at a good pace with lots of examples, so the teacher could understand what we are talking about, and it's easy to understand the different needs of a learner. Yeah. So now I'm sharing the barcode with you. So through this barcode, you can download the app, and also the link has been shared in the chat box, which is easy to easy and help you out to the to navigate the app on the Play Store. And I'll be sharing the user manual, and I'll be showing you the user manual how you can download, and what all you need to take care while you are downloading this app. So let's say you click the link and then you will download this. After installing this app, this it look like this. You can choose the language. You have to say if you are a teacher or a parent, and then register through your number and select a password. I request you to please remember your password, make it simple for your convenience. And you can see there is a options like home, course, and other profiles, and many other things. You can go to the course and then start the course. It's an introduction, starting with an introduction, and then the post with the pre-assessment. You can start the course. Pre-assessment has some 15 questions. You can fill the questions, and this will lead to you to the course. Yes. Now I request every one of you, if you have any doubt, any concern, I would like to hear that. And I should- yeah, I could see there was a question. Yes, if you are both a teacher and a parent, I would request you to do the teacher part, because for parent there are limited options. We are also under the process of it to put all the curriculum there. But in the teacher manual, you will get a lot of things about every disability, and you will be trained in cross disability and not just about the single disability and its management. So I hope, Jennifer ji, if I could answer your question, if you are satisfied with the answer. Uh, App name is Project Inclusion, and
Ma'am, sorry, what is the name of the app?
Project Inclusion. In case you have a doubt, you can raise your hand or share your concern here as well by unmuting yourself, or put it in the chat box.
So, ma'am, can you help me? So, as you are saying that in a class we have varieties of students, I mean the attitude. So, suppose one of the students, if it is behaving rudely, so how
Mhm.
can we manage as a teacher? Can you help
Right.
me?
Yeah. So, Matilda, yeah, Miss Matilda, what I am trying to
Yeah.
say is, in our course, we have developed a curriculum for all kind of learners, right? There could be
Yeah.
NDD, and sometime, because one or the other issue, they behave differently, right? So what we can do the course, and after doing this course, if you Sanjeev ji, I request you to please mute yourself. Yeah. So, Matilda, what we can do is we can do the course, and in case, while doing the course and after doing the course, still you have this doubt, you can come to the online doubt clearing session and share your concern with us, because we have kept all the management, all the intervention strategies in the course. Right? Am I making sense? Matilda, am I making sense to you?
Yes, ma'am. But actually, there is some disturbances among the teachers. So then I'm confused what you
I
are
get it. I
explaining.
get it.
Yeah, yeah.
I request
So
every
yes,
one of you to please mute yourself, so that we can actually discuss some questions here.
yeah, it's a very important because as I'm teaching the higher students as class 9 and 10, then sometime being a teacher, so
Mhm.
then we used to lost how to manage the students. So then especially youngsters. So class
Mhm.
9 and 10 are the level of youngsters. So then sometimes I feel difficult to manage them or to control them. So regarding that, that you have explained, and thank you, ma'am, for that.
Thank you. Yes. I could see few hands raised. I request you to one by one unmute yourself and ask your question. You can unmute yourself and ask the question, or you can put your question in the chat box.
Hello,
Yes,
can
sir.
you hear me? Sir, ma'am, so um, I'm a school secondary district. So I was teaching there, and equations. So how they communicate there
Am I the only
in
one
class.
who is having difficulty hearing him, or
Or when your voice is not audible,
Yeah, yeah, even not only you, even me, yeah.
yeah, or
Yeah,
when please,
some,
if you have any doubt, please write down in the chat box and your voice is not audible. I'm so sorry to
yes,
know.
some net issues maybe.
Actually, we do have a
So
question like how can we identify autism child? There's a question in the chat box if you would like to answer it.
yeah,
yes?
listener is. So how my question is,
Uh,
so teach in a classroom.
Okay, Mr. Owen, I am having really difficult time to understand you. I request you to put your question in the chat box because there is some internet connectivity issues is there from your end, I believe. So please, if you could type it in the chat box, it will be easy to respond on that. I'm not able to hear you. Your voice is breaking a lot.
Okay, so ma'am, can you hear me right now?
Yes, yes, I can. Yes.
Okay, now it's net is it's good. So my questions is, so how to communicate with the students in a classroom? That's my question.
How to communicate in the classroom with your students?
Yes,
Is this your full question?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. So do you feel there are some students who are not able to understand what you communicate with them?
Yes, 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 ma'am. So some is my experience. So some says students my observe is not so. I think it's of I think it's the problems of the communicate
Mm-hmm.
or communicate of language or communicate of the behavior. That
Mm-hmm.
is my question.
Okay. When I got you. So, like you said, there are some, students and some, sometimes they're not able to understand what we are communicating. So, for that, we definitely choose different way of communicating. It could be verbal, it could be physical, it could be through some material too sometimes. So, again, like I said, this all is present in the course while you will because see before giving you the intervention, I really want you to understand what the child is lacking. Then you can also develop your own intervention too. So, to understand the child needs or maybe providing the intervention, the first part is to understand each learner. Then you can provide the right intervention to them. So, my request to you is do this course, understand the management, and still, if you have doubt, definitely come to a doubt clearing session and we will clear your doubt.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, ma'am.
Thank
Okay,
you.
okay.
Thank you for asking. All right.
Again,
I could see a different. Sorry, Matilda. I've seen a question here, which is how can we identify autism child? Okay. So, you've already diagnosed a child by saying autism child, but all right, let's come to what you are asking. So, like I said, if you want to understand the sign and symptom of any disability, I request you to do the course. We have wonderfully put it through, like the sign and symptom and what areas are affected in particular disability. That could give you specific pointers also, how you can identify the particular case or particular child. So I request you to do the course. You'll get the sign and symptoms in module 9. um, We have given the intervention of it. So a course is like that. First you are understanding the sign and symptom, the problems, the difficulties, and then later, after module 8, you are getting the intervention, teaching strategies to work with them. And in 15th and 16th module, you are understanding the exemption, the benefits providing for these cases, these children. So this is the flow of the program. I request you all to do the course, and I'm very hopeful that you will understand and your doubts will be very soon cleared by this app. Do we have more doubts?
The one in your introduction that there are 8 lakhs of in our nation. There are 8 lakhs
80
of what?
lakhs.
80 lakhs, right?
80 lakhs of
Actually,
children with disability.
okay, these abilities children that mean right,
Hmm.
and now which is going on that is 25,000 presently, so that they are normal or the schools or all those 25,000. May I know for that?
So the stats we got from UNESCO was that we have 80,000 children with disability present in India, out of which 45% are students are not able to get the regular education. They're not able to go to school, and there were different census of 2011 that is separate from UNESCO. This different census stats was that our India has only 2,500 special schools, and then 1,20,781 children, special educators, and then some 78,000 plus children with special need. That was a census result, 2011 stats, because right now we don't have new census.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you,
Right?
ma'am, for the
You're welcome.
clarification. Okay.
Yes. Yes, so you can also watch the entire session on the YouTube. Pankaj has also shared the link of the YouTube. You can go through it, understand it, or maybe you can share with the community who's already involved with children with special need and they want to learn more about project inclusion. So, if you have any doubt, you can definitely ask, or otherwise, I would like to go to ma'am's opinion and ma'am's understanding about project inclusion. So, ma'am, Fredis Badwar, I hope I pronounced your name right. I'm sorry if I didn't. I request if you are here, can you please conclude the session and tell us how about the session? Did you like it?
Yeah. Hello, once again.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, the training was very helpful. Okay. Once again, on behalf of Education Department and SSA Riboy District, would like to take this opportunity to thank the team from our Sri Aurobindo Society and Dr. Simi Mahajan, who is the head of Project Inclusion, New Delhi, for organizing this training. The head of schools and teachers who have spared their valuable time to attend this webinar with patient. And I hope that what you have learned from this training have benefited you a lot and dealing with the diverse classroom, and wish you all the best. And I hope all the teachers will download the app and they will complete the course. Have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your session. It was very awesome.